The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
It's game day, baby. And oh, baby, is there a lot on the line tonight for the Jets. Plus, Haason Reddick is meeting with the Jets. We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Jeff Parles joins us in his weekly spot. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. Joe, I am not messing with you with what I'm about to say. Adam Schefter is reporting the Jets have just fired Robert Saleh.
Wow!
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jet bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jet fans. Happy game day. If you're a Yankee fan, it's game one of the LCS. If you're a Met fan, you're trying to get the split in LA this afternoon. What a New York sports day it is. And joining us right now in his weekly spot on the show to talk all things New York Jets, live from Las Vegas, where it is early in the morning out there. We say hello to Jeff Parles. Hello, Jeff.
Good morning, Jake. I couldn't miss being on with you this week. So even with early in the morning, we gotta do this, man. It's game day. You said it. It's an important game day because it's only week 6, but this kind of feels like how is the pendulum going to flip? Is it going to flip towards a positive year, or is this going to flip towards another disaster for our New York Jets, Jake Asman?
We've seen lots of disasters. And look, tonight, there's a chance for the Jets to be in first place. And maybe Haason Reddick joining their team. And then maybe a trade this week for Davante Adams. We're going to get into all that. But, Jeff, I have one simple question for you before we dive in. Are you bricked up?
Let's get bricked up.
Jeff Ulbrich is the interim head coach. Jeff, your thoughts on what we're going to see tonight from Coach Brick?
So can I just, since I obviously missed, of course it happened the day before I was supposed to be on, and then other plans took me out of my usual Wednesday spot, Jake. I think that Woody Johnson actually did the right thing. First off, I think he did the right thing. And Jake, I don't know if you played it at all on the show, but the moment, actually, even more so than the product that was on the field these first 5 games, hearing Quincy Williams in the locker room after the game in London, that was the moment. It's like, okay, Robert Saleh's lost his defensive guys. And once that happened, it was okay. There's no justification for Robert Saleh still being around. So I think Woody got it right. It is kind of interesting. And if you know what Woody Johnson was from 2017 until early 2021, you know that losing in United Kingdom means a lot to Woody Johnson, because he, of course, was Trump's ambassador to the United Kingdom when Trump was in office from 2017 until early 2021. It is funny that taking an embarrassing loss in London is what took Woody Johnson to fire Robert Saleh, but that's a different discussion for a different time. Hackett getting demoted is good as well. I don't have high hopes for Downing. But you're going from probably the 33rd best play caller in a 32-team league to maybe the 28th best play caller. But that is still a market improvement with how bad Hackett is. For Ulbrich, look, the biggest thing I'm looking for today is, Jake, how about a game where they commit less than 5 penalties? How about that? We haven't seen that all year. Give me a game where all right, if you commit 4 penalties for 26 yards or something like that, you know what? I'll live with that tonight. only one or two pre-slap. Well, you might as well get slapped if you're doing any pre-snap penalties here, Jake. Get rid of that nonsense. Obviously, after watching Denver again yesterday, the only way the Jets could have lost that game was the fashion they lost it was being an undisciplined mess. That's really what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for this team to be disciplined for once. I'm not concerned about the team's ability. The offense, I still think will be okay, even though you and I talked about this in the offseason. Keeping Hackett around was bad. Keeping Keith Carter around was even worse, where you can go find a reasonable offensive line coach out there, and you just kept around a guy who is awful in every stretch of the imagination. And the offensive line is way too much talent to look like they have the last 2 weeks, where they looked awful against Denver, and they looked bad again for the most part against Minnesota. And they can't run block. Brees has been totally ineffective because of their run blocking this year. So when this is all said and done, man, I want to see discipline. I want to see this offensive line. Look, that falls more on Downing and Keith Carter, but I want to see the offensive line actually show up against a Buffalo team that, look, and Oliver's not 100%. Von Miller's not there because of suspension. This is a Buffalo defense that can be got. And I would like to see the Jets actually get them for once with that offensive side of the ball. Defense, I really have no worries, Jake. I mean, Justin Jefferson got an extremely good whistle in London. After the first quarter, the Jet defense, I thought, played great in that game. The Jet defense will be fine. I'm really not worried about that. Carter being out is a little bit of a concern, but, it's kind of funny. Whenever Brandon Eccles has to play in these games, Brandon Eccles makes a play. So, I'm disciplined. That's the big thing, man. This team has been so damn undisciplined through 5 weeks. It would be nice to see a game where they commit like only 4 penalties, which probably means they're going to commit 2 in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Run the football, Jeff. Buffalo allows 145 yards per game on the ground. You got to run the ball with Brees and Braylon Allen. Morgan Moses being back hopefully provides some toughness, some leadership there for that offensive line tonight. But that, to me, is what it comes down to, right? Set up the play action. Let Rodgers take some chances downfield. The early reports where they're going to get Mike Williams more involved now with Downing calling the plays. Like, this team is too talented to be this pathetic on offense. No one's saying they're going to be the 99 Rams, but with Aaron Rodgers and these skill players, they should be so much better than what we've seen. And I'm with you. I still expect the defense to play well. They play Allen really well in general. You're talking about Cook being banged up, Shakir being banged up. If they play, they're certainly not at 100%. Trust the Jets corners, blitz, put some pressure on Allen, have a spy. I think the Jet defense will be fine. It comes down to this offense tonight. If they play well offensively, they got a great chance to win.
Jake, the magic number with this team's 24.
Yep.
If they get to 24, they're going to, if they lose more than 1 or 2 games all season, if they get to 24, I'll be surprised, Jake. We already saw the 2 wins. What was the number? 24. I mean, that's what it's got to be. 24 points is your number. You get there, you win probably 90% of your games that you get to 24 this year. You just got to get there. Obviously 24 would have been good enough the last 2 weeks that they lost. So that's all it is for me. Get to 24, you win tonight. And I do think they're more than capable of getting to 24. And again, I don't have a lot of long-term faith in Todd Downing. I don't. We look at the numbers in Tennessee. The man is the best running back in football, and they still are in the bottom 5 of offensive efficiency. They did win games. I'll give them that. But you're in a scenario, though, where, look, you're right. Establish Breece Hall. I would love to see more of Mike Williams. I've been saying that on the show for the whole season, especially while Garrett and Aaron are not on the same page. Mike Williams is awesome. He just has not been throwing the ball enough so far this season. So get to 24. That's the whole key to the game for me. You get to 24 points tonight, you should be able to win. And if you don't, your defense failed tonight against a banged up Bills offense. And also, you mentioned Cook, you mentioned Shakir. Josh Allen isn't 100% healthy either. He's been dealing with that thing with his left wrist all year. Again, I'm not 100% certain that they did the concussion protocol right, even though the league claims it did last week in Houston, where it took a humongous hit and was only gone for like 6 minutes of real time. Jake, I'll say this, if this team is worth a damn at all, if they're worth one single damn this season, You come out in front of your home crowd and you beat a team that you've beaten at home the last 2 years. And even with all the BS that's gone on with this team through 6 weeks, they'd be in first place going into a very winnable game on the road in primetime next week in Pittsburgh.
All in front of them. All in front of them. And it starts tonight at JetLife Stadium. We are presented today by SeatGeek. If you're trying to go to the game later, go on SeatGeek right now. Use the link in the description or download the app and use the promo code Jake Asman at checkout. You'll get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. So whatever the prices are for Jets Bills later, if you want to save yourself $20, just use SeatGeek and that promo code Jake Asman, and you will get yourself $20 off. Haason Reddick, Jeff, was not expecting to see this when I woke up. I did a video yesterday on Ian Rappaport's story that the Jets and Reddick, or Reddick's agents, former agents at CAA, they believe to have had a deal earlier this season, a one-year deal that would have allowed Haason Reddick to basically make up all the money he lost in fines and a chance with added incentives to make, quote, far more money than he was scheduled to make. We know, obviously, that deal was never signed. His agents clearly think he was being unreasonable. They dropped him as a client, but now we find out this morning Haason Reddick has hired a new agency. He's being represented by Drew Rosenhaus, Rosenhaus Sports, one of the top power agencies in the NFL. And Rosenhaus is apparently going to be at MetLife later to meet with Jet officials, according to Adam Schefter. What do you make of the latest twist in the Haason Reddick saga?
Oh, God, can this just be over already one way or another? Like, that's my whole take with this.
Is this guy one of the biggest morons in the history of sports? Because to me, he is.
If the report from Rappaport is true, then what are we doing here if you're Reddick, right? Like, maybe he really wants a long-term deal. Now, it's interesting now because if you're the Jets and this might seem backwards to everyone in the chat. If I'm the Jets, I'm more inclined to get him in there if I win tonight. If the Jets are 2-4, and look, this is totally backwards, it probably is backwards from how Joe Douglas is going to think. But if I'm 2-4, I'm not paying this guy. I'm not paying this guy. At this rate, again, it's not how teams think. But you're 2-4. It's just like, all right, well, do we really want to burn up cap space for next year with a guy that really didn't even want to be here? If this is a deal past this year. But the one thing we do know about Rosenhaus, he won't screw around here for his client. You know that, Jake. That is what there are a lot of things to be said about Drew Rosenhaus, but we know that for a fact. Look, if the Jets win, get him in. Get him in. He can only help. He can only help at this point. That's really the biggest thing. And look, Will McDonald's cooled off a little bit since that electric 3-game stretch. Granted, it's only been one game. But look, I think we're all just tired of this story already. Like, he should have been there in week 2. Like, there's no excuse for him not being there after the Niner game at this point. And here we are. It's October 14th. It's Columbus Day. We're still sitting here. He's not a Jet yet.
To me, it comes down to this. I am not giving this guy any sort of extension. If they could work something out that gets him in the building and he can help this team down the stretch, fine. But I'm at a point where I am not giving this guy any additional guaranteed money beyond what's ever left this season. He can help them. He's still a really good player, assuming he's healthy and in shape. I guess we'll see what that looks like if he actually were to show up. But, I mean, just think about what could happen here, Jeff. They could win tonight, be in first place. Reddick could show up tomorrow, and they could trade for Davante Adams later this week, which I still think if he's traded, he's more likely than not to be a Jet at the end of the day.
I think Schefter's report was valid, by the way, Jake. Not to burst the dam potentially on that for some.
Yeah, but then they got boat raced by the Steelers yesterday.
I know. I don't think Adams is getting traded at this point because I don't think look, we have watched the bad franchise operate for years as Jet fans, Jake. This franchise here in Las Vegas has no idea what they're doing. Not a clue from top on down. And it would not shock me one bit where, look, let's face it, who has all the leverage in this deal right now? The team's trading for Davante Adams, Jake. That's where all the leverage is. And if the Raiders don't acknowledge that, they're going to be stubborn and they won't take the deals that are out there for Davante Adams right now.
I just feel like you're going to lose Davante for nothing when you have a chance to get something for him. At some point, they got to do it. And his value is only going to go down too, by the way, as they keep losing games, and he's cheaper and cheaper as far as what the money is owed that's left.
Look, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, but I'm just telling you, based off of what that report from Schefter and a few rumblings here around town, I'm just going off what I've heard more so than anything, Jake. And I'm not saying that the Raiders are right or wrong to trade or not trade Devontae Adams. I think they should get him the hell out of town. I think they have one of the worst teams in the NFL. And now that Robert Saleh is gone, they have the worst head coach by margin in the National Football League, because Ulbrich, we don't know what he is at this point. They are a bigger mess than the Jets, which is pretty spectacular from any way you slice it, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but the Jets, I keep hearing an interim coach has never made the playoffs, and that's so misleading for several reasons. One being John Gruden, I know technically resigned, but let's call it for what it is. He was fired with the team 3-2, and Bisaccia got that team to the playoffs a few years ago. And also, how often does an interim head coach step in with a roster this loaded and this early? Like Jeff Ulbricht's getting a 12-game sample size here to get this team to the playoffs. He might be the guy. This was a guy that a lot of people thought was going to get head coaching interviews at the end of the season anyway, if the Jets were good like they're supposed to be. So it's a very unique situation Jeff Ulbricht finds himself in, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a situation. I think the Jets are one of the few teams that could ever find themselves in this type of situation. Look, I don't know what we're getting out of Jeff Ulbricht. I don't think anyone, and I'll say this, and this is my new party line with first-time head coaches in this league. We have no clue going in. We can infer, we can guess. We have no idea what these guys are going to be first time around as a head coach. And for Ulbricht, look, I mean, if the Jets make the playoffs, Jeff Ulbricht's getting this job permanently, Jake. I feel pretty confident in saying that, which then Ulbricht should totally revamp his offensive staff and get rid of everyone who's over there. But we can have that conversation if he gets the job for 3 months from now. But look, for Ulbricht, this is really all you can ask for. If you want to prove you're an NFL head coach, you take a team that is, look, for all the Jets' flaws, we know they're talented. They still are, to me, a top 7 roster in the National Football League. Everything's out in front of you. You're 2-3. If you're Ulbricht, if you get this team to 10 wins, I think 10-7 is enough to make the playoffs in the AFC this year with the way the AFC's managed to play out. You go 7-4. Jeff Ulbricht's your head coach in 2025. I think it's as simple as that, Jake.
Let's get bricked up.
Let's go, baby. I'm bricked up, Jeff.
You need some sort of the Brickashaw Ferguson in there as well, along with Ulbricht there.
By the way, Jeff, I don't know if you saw this, but this was sent to me by someone inside the Jets building. This was Hackett this morning, apparently in his new role.
He's very well dressed. Very well dressed.
He's ready, man. He's ready to serve the organization any way it needs to be served, is what I was told.
Well, get the pumpkin spice rolling, my friend.
That's right. You brought up the Steelers. I want to remind everyone that we're now 6 days away from our next watch party at T-Squared Social. I was at T-Squared yesterday, actually, for their Bounce pop-up shop, watching the Mets and Giant game at the same time, and that was a ton of fun. But T-Squared Social is the place to be if you're a Jet fan. We're going to be partying, watching the Jets all together, either watching the Jets win or commiserating all together. Either way, I promise you, it's going to be a lot of fun. Join us next week, RSVP, if you want to come on down. It is located right next to Grand Central Station, so it's easy to get to if you're coming from Jersey, Long Island, Westchester, Connecticut. You live in the city. It's right in Midtown. Check it out. RSVP if you're coming out to join us at our next watch party at T-Squared Social. Comments, questions, super chats for Jeff Parles and I to address. Jeff normally joins us on Wednesdays. He's joining us on Monday because last week he was at Citi Field watching his beloved New York Mets advance to the NLCS. How are you feeling about the Mets today? I know last night was ugly, but you and I were talking off air. If you're going to lose, get pummeled early, shake it off, and now you just try and win today, get the split going home.
Yeah, get the offense going again. Sean Manaea has been your best pitcher this year. The Dodgers are throwing a bullpen game, even though, Jake, the Dodgers, if they record one out, will have the longest consecutive shutout streak in postseason history, which is kind of crazy. But hey, look, get off the mat. This team has gotten off the mat so many times this year. I do expect them to win today with Sean Manaea on the mound. And look, I will say this: I was on a podcast that's out this morning. Should have had more podcasts with my buddy Will Hill, Jake, and he asked me about your Yankees, and I said the Yankees are going to sweep.
Oh,
so, no. Oh no! What do you mean? Oh no!
Everyone's picking them, and they should win. There's no excuse. I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks. So I hope you're right. I do hope they sweep. I want nothing, by the way. I said this on the radio on ESPN New York yesterday for 4 hours. I want nothing to do with the Subway Series, but that's an aside.
Why?
Because there's nothing to gain as a Yankee fan. If they win, they're supposed to. If they lose, I'll never hear the end of it from you and all the other Met fans. I'm good.
I don't know. I mean, I will say this. I know if the Mets are able to come back in advance in this series, I want the Yankees.
Of course you do. Because you'd be the team of destiny, and I don't want to deal with the team of destiny.
Just basically be the Mets that beat every single team. Milwaukee's the only one that doesn't really have a connection. I guess you can go 2008, where the Brewers beat the Mets out for that wild card that year because Ryan Braun and CC Sabathia were both amazing for the Brewers that year. But that's kind of stretching it. But beating Atlanta, Philadelphia, the Dodgers, and the Yankees 4 straight would be pretty wild if the Mets are able to do that. I don't know. I will say this. If the Yankees play the Dodgers, that's a pretty damn good series too. For your end, like if the Yankees lose a 7-game series to the Dodgers, yeah, it sucks. But you know what? The Dodgers were the best team in baseball this year, and they had home field. It's a little bit different than if the Yankees were to lose to the Mets in the World Series. I will give you that, Jake.
Oh, yeah, and I'd have to deal with that every day living here, so you're no doubt about that. All right, M. King. I want to shout out M. King here. Gave a super chat before the show started. Have a great show, Jake. Not sure if Reddick's a character fit with our team, talent aside. Let's get bricked up. Hit the like button. That's right. Hit that like button if you're a Jet fan that hasn't done so already. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Jeff, we hit over 39,000 subs earlier this week, so I want to thank the Jet fan community, the Asmaniacs, for supporting this channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. We'll have a live post-game show immediately after this game. I'm not going to the game tonight, so I can watch the Yankees and Jets at the same exact time. And as soon as the Jet game is over, we're live on YouTube, so check back immediately. Now, as far as Reddick being a fit with the team, this guy just wants to get paid. Players understand it's a business. If he shows up, he's never been a bad teammate in Philly or any other stop. So I don't think it'd be an issue. It just simply comes down to, does he show up? And if he shows up, I do expect him to give 100%. He's trying to get paid by, if not the Jets, someone this upcoming offseason.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the character fit. Not worried at all.
He might be an idiot, but he's not a bad guy. There's a difference.
No,
you know?
he's not a bad guy. And look, maybe the Cromartie cousin or brother that was giving the advice to the kid out here at UNLV is giving the same advice to Haason Reddick. You never know, Jake.
100%. M. King also dropped a 5 spot of channel memberships before the show.
Who's getting them, Jake?
You know, I would love to tell you, but the chat is just it exploded. We got over 1,000 people watching right now, so I can't go back that far. But if you got one, shout out to M. King, and M. King, this is for you.
Let's get bricked up.
Yeah. All right, here we go. C with a super chat for us. We'll get to your calls coming up here too with Jeff Parles, so make sure you click the Gusbuster hotline link if you want in. Joe Douglas W. Truth comes to light, and Haason turned out to be a dirtbag. Let him play in 24 and ship him out next year. Oh, I don't think they're going to give him any contract beyond this upcoming season. I could see them giving him something with incentives to make back some of the fine money, but like this idea that he's going to get this like multi-year deal, I don't see it. I know people have suggested, by the way, trade him to the Lions because they lost Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know if the Lions are going to give you much for Reddick. You might as well just let this guy play for you and see if he can help your defense.
There's no point in trading Haason Reddick unless if he goes in a Devontae Adams trade, which I can tell you right now is not happening. So that would be the only reason to trade Reddick. Just get him through the year. Like you said, highly incentivized contract in order to get yourself some of the money back that you lost off the fines for not being with the team.
Super chat from JJ, who goes, Jake, you're bigger than ESPN New York. It beneath you. Let me tell you a story about JJ, Jeff. So he calls in yesterday, and I was excited to take his call on the radio. And he immediately starts dumping on ESPN New York for being on AM radio, and my producers cut him off immediately. I'm like, JJ, you can't call in to the radio show.
Why are we doing this? Why are we
bash my employer? You moron.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. Like, God. Come on now. Like that's That's 101 for us radio guys. Like if I like back in the day back in the day, I'm not that old, but when my predominant job was terrestrial radio, you can't go on and bash the station. As much as you hate us or the station, you can't do that. Just can't do it, my man.
He calls in. He's like, I can't believe people still listen to AM radio, and it was click. And I'm like, I want you to know, JJ, I didn't cut you off.
What are we doing here? JJ probably had a reasonable point to, or at least a half decent point.
Probably not, but still, I would have taken it.
Oh, just come on, just don't. It's hard to get these jobs, JJ. Don't patch our players.
I was like, good God, man. But anyway, I appreciate you listening, JJ. You figured out how to listen to AM radio, so nice job by you. Or how about this? You could download the ESPN New York app when I'm on next Sunday. I'm doing a show 4 to 7:30 right before our watch party for Jets Steelers for an 8:20 kickoff. Anyway, hit the like button if you're tuned in. Let's get to some of your calls. Keep getting to your super chats as well. First up is the great Peter Castro. Hello, Peter.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Hello, Jeff. Hello,
Good morning,
Jake.
Peter.
How are you guys?
We're great, Peter. How are you feeling now with at least one of the brain trust gone now?
Well, you know what? I watched the Pat McAfee show yesterday, right? And while I was watching Aaron Rodgers talk about how Woody Johnson called him up, I was thinking to myself, I wonder if he called up Michael Carter and asked him how his leg was. Then I wondered if he called up C.J. Mosley too and asked him how his toe was, or he just called Aaron Rodgers up to see how his leg was, how he was feeling after the game. It doesn't add up. But that's beside the point. Number one thing on my program is take Wells out of the fourth spot.
No, we're doing a little Yankee talk. Well, you want Stanton in the cleanup spot? That's fair.
Okay, I agree with that, actually.
Wells is an automatic out. Why is he keeping him there?
Well, he's in a slump, but let's be fair to Austin Wells. He's been very good this season for them.
Yep. Okay. For the last month, 6 weeks, he stunk.
Yes, I'd put Giancarlo behind Judge. I would. Yes.
Giancarlo saved the Yankees behind in that Royals series. He's awesome
amazing. Playoff G, baby. Let's go.
He played great. Getting back to the Jets are going to do good tonight. I think they're going to come out fired up, Jeff. Okay. I think they're gonna play decent. Hopefully, the penalties and the pre-snap penalties will be limited. If we can limit those penalties and stay under 100 yards, I think we got a good shot at beating them. But I want to see some blitzing. I want to see him travel with. If Casimir plays, put Sauce Gardner on him the whole game. That eliminates him.
Who's Casimir?
What's the receiver?
Shakir.
Whatever his name is, Casimir.
I like that name though, Peter.
Yeah, it's a nice name. We're going to win this game. We should run off 4 or 5 in a row. But it all depends on the offense, and I'm not happy with that offensive situation. And I don't even like Hackett sitting back there delivering coffee. He should have been thrown out. Why isn't Hackett being thrown out?
He had the option. They gave him the option to leave, and he basically said, I'll stick around. And the Jets like him, so Rodgers is on board with it. That's why.
Yeah, Rodgers. You know what? It's time to tell Aaron Rodgers to quarterback and shut up and don't worry about everything else.
I think he's going to have a big game tonight, Peter. I do. This is when he's usually at his best, when everyone says he's washed, doubting him. I think the Jets come out with some fire tonight. It can't be any worse. Like I do. And by the way, no matter how you feel about like the history of the interim head coach, Jeff, you know this from a betting perspective. Overwhelmingly, that first game, the team that has the intern gets a boost.
The last 15 years.
Jeff Saturday won his first game. He went from the TV desk to coaching the Colts, and they beat the Raiders.
Hold on, Jake. There was one gigantic caveat with that Jeff Saturday game.
Josh McDaniels.
He beat Josh McDaniels.
I know. So I'm just saying.
There's a huge caveat with that.
Yeah, true. So let me ask you, Jeff. You didn't answer my question.
Yeah,
do you think that Woody called Michael Carter? And,
no, he definitely did not, Peter.
No, you don't think so.
No,
so you don't think he mentioned? You don't think he mentioned the word about firing Saleh to Rodgers?
You know what? Who knows? And quite frankly, I don't really care if he mentioned to Rodgers or asked Rodgers on this thing, because we know what Woody is at this point as an owner. I don't really have to expound on that point. Just look at what the team's been since he's owned the team. I mean, we know what he is as an owner at this point.
You know what, Jeff? Like, think about it like this. Same old Jets to me would have been doing nothing. The fact that Woody's doing this early, that to me is like the total opposite.
Jake, I go back to my point before, and it's kind of sad that this is the point. If they didn't get embarrassed in London and that game was in Minneapolis, I'm not sure that Woody does it. He got to the right decision. I don't know if he got there with the right process, though. That's really what it comes down to more so than anything for me.
Well, hopefully we'll see two backs in the backfield tonight.
That would be nice too, Peter. That'd be real nice too.
Yeah, maybe give Corley a shot and let him run a reverse. Let's do something a little different, not this same old boring offense like we hand off to Brees Hall and he gets a 2-yard loss. I want to see some blocking. I want to see some activity. And Aaron Rodgers got to step up his game too. A lot of talking. I don't see any results. But I want to see results. I'm not going to be the one that says nothing. Everybody, he called up. He said, but come on, damn well he said something about Saleh to him. He's not telling the truth. I mean, it has nothing to do with it, but it's just more of the Jet confusion. And as far as Reddick goes, I wouldn't give him more than 1 year. Give him a like Jake said, 1 year, and then next year ship him out of here. He's a head case, and he's nothing but a problem.
Let's get brick up.
Peter Castro's ready, Jeff. All right, Salah's gone. Hackett demoted. Let's go.
I got to tell you, there are a lot of great ass maniacs, but boy, Peter has vaulted up the list quickly for me because I don't think I've ever had a Peter call until last week, and now 2 weeks in a row, Peter Castro has delivered in huge fashion. Jake. The Jets would win 38-0 if they delivered like Peter has the last 2 weeks.
Let's go, baby. 80s Jock says, if the Bills stomp us, the damage control here will be epic. No, it will be brutal. I mean, if the Bills destroy the Jets tonight,
season's done.
Yeah, there's nothing to point to like hold your head and be like, okay, they're going to be able to rebound and go 8-4 the rest of the way and finish 10-7 and be a playoff team. Like, no, this is a game that if the Jets are the team we think they're still capable of being, they find a way to get it done. Like, there's no excuse.
Now, if you lose this game, you're basically then that's when the train comes completely off the tracks, Jay.
Yeah.
Because then, look, even though Pittsburgh is a winnable game next week, that is a high-end pass rush that you're going against in their house. That is not like if you go in there with bad vibes, you're going to lose. And also, too, what I was kind of hoping yesterday with Pittsburgh, Jake, was that the Steelers would get upset by the Raiders and Fields would look bad and they would panic and go to Russell Wilson going into the Jet game, which would just be an absolute monster gift for the Jets because Russell Wilson's cooked. And I think Justin Fields has actually played pretty well this year. But look, I'm getting ahead of ourselves. Obviously, I'll see you again in 2 days. But this Jet, they gotta win tonight, man. Just gotta find a way to win tonight. Just get it done. And you're in first place with all the nonsense that has happened. You're in first place. There's 6 weeks, and Buffalo's on a 3-game losing streak. If you win tonight,
and the narrative changes immediately. The concern.
There's so much at stake for both of them. And look, we can't understand how big of a game this is for Buffalo too, Jay. Because if the Bills win this game and they're 4-2, with the tiebreaker on the Jets and the Jets 2.5 behind with the tiebreaker, Miami not knowing when Tua is coming back, and the Patriots being probably the second worst team in the NFL, the division's almost over at week 6, even with all the issues Buffalo has. I mean, this is a monster game for both teams here tonight, Jake.
Massive.
Monster for week 6.
There's no doubt. Sylvie and Nico Hall. Can the Jets hire Brian Baldinger as offensive line coach? Seems to know what he's talking about. The pride of Massapequa, Long Island. Love Baldy. He would be an upgrade over Keith Carter, no doubt.
But is there something less than a 0% chance of Baldy actually wanting the job?
Yeah, come on now. He has a nice job with NFL Network and works for the Jets.
Job in the world, basically.
Indomitable. Never a dull day being a Jet fan. Brick. Let's go. John says, we know Saleh wasn't the answer. Who cares if AR said something? We will see in the first quarter if it was the right move. Start hot with energy and win. Dude, a Jet first quarter opening drive touchdown would feed families, Jeff.
Yeah, well, look, at least you're getting 15 scripted plays with Downing because that's one thing he has done well in his NFL.
We should bring back Gase for the opening 15, man.
Well, Dal Loggins is doing an okay job in South Carolina right now. Why not bring him too?
JJ goes, read my super chat. He goes, I'm the moron. No one can hear you through static. JJ, keep bashing my employer. I really appreciate it, man. You're a great guy. Anyway, let's continue with more of your calls. You walk crazy as maniacs. Game day Neil is just a different vibe. Here we go. What's up, Neil?
Going on, guys? Jeff,
Nice
how
hat.
are you? Hey, you got that? You got to pick. Look at the background there, Jake. Look at my
Clean
dog
office.
Dog sitting. Look at my little dogs over there.
Hold on. Let's go full screen. There we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you see the two dogs there? I got my son's dog and my dog over here. I'm dog sitting today.
You going to
I have
MetLife with the dogs?
I have a challenge for you guys. Put you guys back. Halloween game. We're gonna do a show with Parles as Shrek, Jake as the donkey, and we're gonna put you guys on. You're gonna do a whole show with those costumes on. I'll do whatever you want me to wear. I'll wear whatever you want, but we don't. Jeff, for a win tonight, will you make that sacrifice? Jake, will you make that sacrifice for a win tonight? Because it's a guaranteed win if I hear the word yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. It might have to be October 30th, Neil. But yes, we'll figure it out.
I don't care. It's
We'll
Halloween.
figure it out.
I want the Shrek and the donkey. I want it.
Can Mr.
I
Weed,
made an ass out of myself plenty of times.
Neil, one second. One second. Mr. Weed, if you're watching us right now, because this is all you're doing, please mail both Jake and I a donkey and Shrek costume to pull this off. That is a key stipulation to the whole thing here. Mr. Weed, you can do it, my friend.
And, we know that the Shrek is green, right? So we're going to have a nice jet emblem on there with the ears and the whole thing going. Jeff, come on, baby. You can do it.
I will be wearing
pull that off,
suit of armor, my friend. It will be a whole suit of armor for our friend Shrek here.
We're going to get 3 wins tonight. We're going to get a Met win, a Yankee win, and a Jet win. It's going to be, business as usual. Only if we lived in Boston 5 years ago. That's the usually what happens, right? All the teams win, and we have a nice discussion the next day.
Hey Neil, I got a question for you before you get into your next point, though. Of all the mushes that you brought to the Denver game, are they going tonight, or are they being?
He gave up. No, they watched the Met game yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, can you send them? Can you send them to? Oh God, I don't want to send them to the Bronx. I don't want to screw you, Jake. I don't know. Where are we sending them? Well, we could send them to Philadelphia. They can't do any damage now that the Phillies are gone.
Well, let me say this though. Really, me, Peter, the guys that have been watching this team the longest, right? How can we be called anything but a mush? Because all we do is watch losing football, losing baseball, losing basketball. I mean, you can't really blame it on us because they suck. You got to blame it on something else. But, at the end of the day, as my dad used to say, the worm will turn. And we are about to see the worm turn here. Yesterday, I saw on that Sunday night game, did you see that? How they put like a haunted house there about the Jets and the Giants on prime time, how horrible they are and everything. We're going to hear a lot of that shit tonight, Jake. Get ready for that.
You're also going to see the Rodgers injury a lot tonight on the pregame shows and during the game. Yeah. So get ready for that, Jet fans, to relive the PTSD I experienced sitting next to Neil at that game a year ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to have a whole reliving of that. They have so much commentary to talk about, how the coach got fired and did Aaron Rodgers have something to do with it and all kinds of bullshit we're going to hear. I am so glad I'm going to be at that game. It's all business. No bullshit.
Let's go, Neil. This is you tonight.
Oh, this is what I'm going to do to you all season, little bitches.
Let's go, baby.
That's what we're going to do to the Buffalo Mafia. There's no Buffalo Mafia. The Mafia wouldn't be caught dead in Buffalo. Okay? Who wants to go to Buffalo to freeze your ass off and shovel snow? That's the worst place, one of the worst places in the world. I don't care what anybody says. You could take Buffalo and shove it. They gave me a free mansion there. I wouldn't even buy. If they gave me a free mansion with all the buffalo wings I can eat, I wouldn't even show up to take a look at the place. I don't want to go to Buffalo. Any of you guys want to go to Buffalo? No, right?
No.
Not the place.
I don't think I have to answer that question. I think you know the answer already.
Neil.
Poor Buffalo Jets fan. I hope I didn't insult BJM. Oh shit, I forgot about BJM.
No, he knows
but
Buffalo
I don't think
is
he
what
wants
it
to
is.
be there either.
No. Neil, bring us home a win tonight, okay?
I certainly will. I got a lucky charm coming tonight, okay?
Uh-oh.
My nephew, Joey Cordy Jr., who is my brother-in-law's son. My brother-in-law was a huge Met fan. He came to 86 with all the games. We were season ticket holders. And then when his son was born and the Mets started to suck, he took his son to the Yankee games and saw all the Yankee World Series games. And he's an Alabama guy who saw all the wins, and he likes to see winning things. So he agreed to come to the game tonight and sit in the seat. So we are going to have a win tonight for sure, because this kid does not see losses. He's a winning attendee of anything he goes to. The team he goes to wins all the time.
Let's go, Neil. Let's go.
Let's go.
Monday Night Football. Neil in the house.
See, that
glory.
That roar was not for Aaron Rodgers. That roar was for the Lane Train and Neil.
I'll give you a roar, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, the king is on the line. We need our leader, our king, King Lowski. What's up, King?
Jake, my brother. Jake, my brother. Jeff, my brother. Jeff, my brother. This is the message. This is the message right here, baby. This is all I got to say. Right here, baby. Y'all see it. Y'all see it and y'all savor it, okay? This is the message right here. Make my shirt true. Today, baby, is the day we put that sucker duck Bill fan on his ass, okay? Today is the day we put some foots in some Jill's ass. You hear me? Today is the day, baby. The Jets is about to take flight. We about to do some real damage in Jet Life Stadium, baby. You hear me? I'm so fired up right now. Just telling your trash ass, you better be prepared, son. You gonna be on your ass all night, son. JTF!
Ladies and gentlemen,
the king himself,
King Lowski.
It has been a while since I have been on the air with you when Lowski gets on, man. But boy, that did not fail one bit. That delivered 110%. Taking the cliche right there, Jake.
Game day, King Lowski. Let's keep playing the hits. We got some heavy hitters on the line. Here we go. V-Man is here. How we feeling?
High as a kite. Hey, Jake, what's up?
Are you awake, V-Man? It's game day. Let's go.
Of course I am. I'm not just awake. I'm bricked up.
Oh, he's got a brick. Let's go, baby. Yeah, V-Man.
Let's get bricked up.
This brick is actually from my old middle school. They tore it down the first year. They tore it down, and so I just snuck into the demolition yard and nicked a couple of bricks.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this game, obviously. You know, great night. I got Jets, Yankees. I'll probably have the Yankees game on my phone and the Jets game on the TV. You know, looking back and forth. It's a big game. First place on the line. Just got a lot of momentum, right? Just got a lot of things going for him here. The Bills are banged up. They're also on a losing streak. They're just not looking right. The Jets have played them well in MetLife. I mean, you come in, you got the classic 60s uniforms wearing. A lot of moment, a lot of energy. People are excited that, Ulbricht's coming in. You have the interim coach boost. So just got to come out here, punch the Bills in the mouth, and just set the tone fast. hit fast, hit hard, hit often.
Let's go, baby. Brick up. All right, V-Man?
Yep.
That's the end of that V-Man call. Now he can go back to sleeping.
Incredible. Incredible.
I
Jeff?
like that V-Man has probably like 15 bricks from his old middle school in his house now. That's the biggest takeaway from that call now, Jake.
Absolutely incredible. Jeff, before we bring on our next caller, a warning to all.
Warning, warning, Allen alert. Shit's about to get ugly, folks. Warning, Allen alert. Hide the children.
Jacob and Jeffrey, how are you both doing?
Jake, this is awesome today. I mean, I haven't seen Allen since last year.
He boycotted the show for 3 months, Jeff, but they fired Salo and he has returned.
I haven't seen Lowski since last year. I mean, this is an unbelievable reunion, Allen. It's great to see you. And by the way, hold on, before you start, Allen, congratulations to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Good morning, baby.
Have an offense for once that is not totally inept. So I will give you claps for that.
When we score 40 points against the Belichick, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
That is also a good factor. I will give you that for sure. Absolutely.
When you follow Neil and Lowski and V-Man, you realize you might have to bet the Bills tonight. You might. You might. So, guys, I was at the Cowboy-Lion game yesterday watching a real offense, okay? That team is so loaded, it is ridiculous. Now, you talk about Reddick coming in. Why in the world would he sign just for the rest of this year? I don't think he would.
He has no leverage, Alan. He has no leverage.
Alan, it more has to do with the money at this point. Also, like that's what, when it's all said and done, it's $20 million if he doesn't show up. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I think more so than anything, it's the money at this point. Why you would show up if you're Haason Reddick?
Okay, Jeff. The Lions are down 3 edge rushers. 3 of them are out for the.
If you're the Jets, it makes no sense. You just let.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't think he's coming here for 1 year. I don't think he will. I don't think he hires those 2 guys just to sign for the rest of the year. I just don't think it would work. I think he would only sign with the Jets if it's for multiple years. And if the Jets don't want to do it, maybe they have to trade him. Unfortunately, I think that's where they're at. I think the ship has sailed for him to just come here for 1 year. I don't think he'll sign here for 1 year. I think he wants multiple years. What do you think?
Well, he's not going to play football then, Alan. How would that work? Like, why would the Jets give him anything beyond this year? Like the agreement they had with his previous agency before they fired him was a 1-year deal that would have made up the fine money and gave him a chance to earn extra money and incentives, which is something we've talked about for months, which would probably get it done.
I will throw one thing out here. So the deadline's November 5th. I just had to double check that it wasn't Halloween. There are a lot of things that can happen until November 5th at this point. The Jets season could fall apart. The Jets could turn this ship around. There's a lot of, or they could just go 500 and be exactly where they are going into this game tonight by the end of the month. Because Pittsburgh, if Houston, you'll win in New England. At least you should. If you don't, then your season's really cooked at that point. Look, I just think from Reddick's perspective, there's no leverage left for him. And you're right. Rosenhaus is a guy who we know will go to hell and back for his guys. I agree with you on that. This feels like a move for Reddick to get a long-term deal. But if you're the Jets, why would you give him the long-term deal? Then that gets us into the situation that you're talking about, Alan. Again, I think from Reddick, there's just too much money to be lost if the Jets are not willing to give you a 3-year deal or whatever. You come in, you play it out, you prove you can still play at a high level, and then someone will pay you out the ass next year. That's basically at where my head is more than anything at this point.
Okay, if you're Brad Holmes and you have a legit top-notch offense and you're down 3 pass rushers, why not go all in? Maybe they don't get a Crosby. I don't think Crosby is available. No, he's the perfect guy.
The Raiders are not trading Crosby. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you give up a 2nd-round pick to get Reddick?
Well, that would look if I think Jake and I agree on this. If the Jets are offered a 2nd-round pick for Haason Reddick,
I'll drive him
We
to the
will-
airport
we
myself.
we will drive Haason Reddick to Detroit. That is not even a debate. Now, it's interesting, Alan, because look, just to throw my betting cap in here real quick. I had moved the Detroit Lions to number 1 in my power ratings before Aiden Hutchinson's leg snapped yesterday. When Aiden Hutchinson's leg snapped, I moved them back to 2 for the exact reason that you said. More so that Hutchinson is just, again, I think Hutchinson was on track to win Defensive Player of the Year at this point. But look, it's a different circumstance. I don't think Detroit would trade a 2 for Haason Reddick, but if the situation presents itself, if the Jets can't get a deal with him done and the Lions are like, hey, we're desperate, we need a high-end pass rusher, yeah, of course it would be done. I just don't think Detroit will do it, even with Hutchinson and the other pass rushers out. I mean, again, look, I think also yesterday, too, you were there, Alan. Dallas is a sad sack, even though they're at 3-3.
That's where Belichick ends up, by the way. I think that's where he ends up. I think he goes to Dallas.
Him and Jerry would kill each other.
But they love each other. They're really good friends. They are really good friends. And one final comment on Devontae Adams, and I agree with both you guys. If the Jets lose tonight, that trade would never happen. I don't think they trade for him at 2 and 4. I agree with you. I don't think Adams gets dealt yet. But if they're 2 and 4, I think the most likely scenario is he goes to Baltimore if he gets dealt, because they could use another receiver. I don't think the Jets would trade for him at 2 and 4. I just don't think it makes any sense. But I appreciate you guys. I think the Jets will win tonight. I think they're the better team. But again, if they lose tonight, I could see this being a complete free fall after this. I really do.
You pick the Jets to win by 2 scores earlier
I do.
this
I
week?
think they'll win tonight. I think they're going to win tonight. I think they're a better team. I think the Bills are so banged up right now. If the Jets can't beat them by 2 scores, there's a bigger issue in the locker room. I agree with Jeff. They're just a better team. They're a better roster. There's no reason they can't beat this team by 2 scores tonight.
So
There's
you're
no
bricked
reason.
up is what you're telling me, Alan.
He's better than that piece of shit that they fired on.
Let's get bricked up.
What a show. What a show.
Hey, Jake, I'm gonna have to go. If the Jets win tonight, I'm gonna have to go out and pull a V-man and go to some construction demolition site and get a brick. It's a shame I missed the Tropicana getting imploded in New York. I could have got a brick from there. I mean, my God.
If the Jets win tonight, I will have a brick on the post-game show. I'm going to walk around Manhattan after this.
I think you're required, Jake. You're required by law to have a brick.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go talk to some construction guys, Jeff. Get a brick.
As long as you don't shit it, it's okay, Jake.
Rattle off some super chats here. Then I want to get to a couple more calls before we say goodbye to you. Omari says, "Someone tell Michael Clemens to play a clean game tonight. They're going to try and bait him tonight. This is a real story.
Oh,
the
yes,
Deion Dawkins thing.
They are.
Clemens better not lose his cool. Like Ulbrich and this coaching staff better talk to him and be like, they're going to try and bait you, you stupid idiot. Don't fall for it."
Well, you know what? I actually totally forgot about that whole nonsense with him and Deion Dawkins, and then Deion Dawkins shooting his mouth off like a moron.
Yeah, that fat tubby bastard doing a shirtless interview, ripping the Jets.
No, Amari, great point. Because what did we talk about earlier? Be disciplined. Only if you commit a pass interference play, like on a big play. All right, look, it happens in the flow of the game. I don't agree with Coach Prime a lot, but Coach Prime actually made a great point this week with his Colorado team, where like if stuff happens in the flow of the game, it happens. It's the pre-snap stuff and it's the unsportsmanlike conduct nonsense that kills you, and that's what's killed the Jets so far this year, especially the pre-snap BS.
100%. Quick Dolo, thank you for the $1.99. That's almost a Subway ride in these parts. I appreciate it. KJH with a super chat. Thank you, KJH. Why does it make me nervous that I feel so good about the way the Jets match up with the Bills? We're designed to beat this team, and that makes me nervous, but I'm bricked up. Look, you're a Jet fan. That's why. We think we're going to win, but it's also like, well, everyone thinks we're going to win. Like on Get Up today, they all picked the Jets. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
No. The problem with that show is, it's not a problem. Sometimes I enjoy it, is you got Greeny, Rex Ryan, Damian Woody all giving picks on the Jets. Like, what do you think they're going to pick?
Wait a second here. Come on now. Rex has associations with both teams playing tonight. Come on
right.
now,
he had an illustrious tenure in Buffalo. Knocked the Jets out of the playoffs, by the way.
Laugh. Rex cost us that playoff berth in 2015. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Fitz. He just threw another pick, by the way, as I said that. Tierra writes in, I love King Lowski energy. It's going to be That's going to be the Jets tonight. Smash mouth football all night. Let's go Jets, 27-10. Jets over Bills. Let's go bricked up. Hey, Jeff, I'm playing the Brees and Braylon Allen rushing props later. They got a ground and pound tonight.
Bills' rush defense has been bad. Got to take advantage of it. By the way, I need not that anyone gives any crap about my fantasy team, but I need 14.8 points out of Brees tonight, Jake. Need 14.8 points. How about a bunch of catches, a touchdown, about 90 yards rushing? That will get us home with ease in that.
You'll be a champion. John, Super Chat, is it true the Eagles get a second if Reddick is traded? No, I have not heard that.
The stipulations with the draft pick are very odd, and it has not, at least to me, has not been made clear what the hell happens in any circumstance.
Correct.
Other than the amount of snaps.
Well, think about this Reddick situation from the standpoint of we were led to believe, he has to be there by week 7 for his contract, not the total. Then it was week 10. There was a trade deadline. Now it's week 13. Like until Rappaport said week 13, there's been no clear answer.
No one has any idea.
Adam, I think Lecky Fotu could be big for this run day. We'll see how he looks tonight. He can't hurt.
Yeah. By the way, big day for Quinnen Williams coming tonight, Jake. That's my take on the defense.
Please.
This is a big night for Quinnen.
It'd be nice after watching what Dexter Lawrence has done this year with 6.5 sacks.
Well, Dexter Lawrence, a hell of a player, my friend.
Quinnen's supposed to be that guy too, and he's not having a bad year, but he's not the.
You know what? It's hard. It's
hard at that position.
When you're getting doubled and triple teamed like he's been all year, look, I mean, he's white. You can still win through him, but look, it does make it a little bit harder, obviously, when they're doubling and tripling you, which goes to the fact that the rest of that defensive line needs to show up in a bigger fashion. So.
Omari, a Jets L or win means what going forward? A Jets loss means pain. A Jets win means euphoria.
A Jets win puts them in tremendous shape. A Jets loss puts the season on the brink, and basically you got to beat Pittsburgh next week, or else this thing really falls apart fast.
Correct. Must win if you lose tonight, no doubt. It kind of feels like a must win if you want to win the division anyway. But I mean, forget it.
You know what? I don't like saying on October 14th that a game is a gotta have it game. But this feels pretty damn close to being a gotta-have-it game tonight. If you're going to be any semblance of the team you were supposed to be going into the year.
This is why you have Aaron Rodgers. Go win the game tonight. Let's go. BP says, I'm bricked up. Let's go, Jets. He's so bricked up, he gifted 5 channel memberships.
Let's get bricked up.
All right, here we go. If you hear your name called, you are an official Asmaniac, courtesy of BP York. That's now 10 members gifted in this one show alone. Nick Caps, S-Fan, Meta, Happy Wolverine, Nate, parentheses Nate, TB, all receiving channel memberships. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're one of the 1,008 people currently watching the show live. Let's get the likes up. We only have 330 likes. Let's get over 400 by the time I check again in a few minutes. We're talking with Jeff Parles in his weekly spot live from Las Vegas. Jeff normally joins us Wednesdays, but he was at Citi Field last week watching his Mets, so he's coming on game day. And you're going to join me Wednesday this week, too? You're able to do it?
I will be with you on Wednesday, my friend. Absolutely.
We're going to bump up that show, by the way. Yankees play during the day, game 3. No, actually, no, that's the travel day. Never mind. We're good for Wednesday. Normal time.
No, we're good. We're good. And the normal time is perfect because the Mets are at 8:15, so we're in great shape.
There you go. Yeah, Thursday, the Yankees have the early game with the Mets playing at night at Citi Field. So there you go. Philip, 5-spot, channel memberships. Let me rattle this off, and we'll get to a couple calls at the buzzer that Jeff definitely needs on a game day. Here we go.
Let's get bricked up.
All right, here we go. 5 more names. Jaden D'Angelo, one of the greats. Sean Wilson, David D., all receiving a channel membership. Your ISU RB, also getting a membership from Philip. ISU just gifted a membership. I just saw it. It went to, wow, the memberships are flowing on game day. It went to Sonny Crockett. How about it? Tierra writes in. 2 touchdowns for Brees Hall. Bricked up. Sign me up for that. Kikuchi, I'm so bricked up. My girl about to get that boy green fiance treatment. Oh, boy. Hashtag jet up. I mean, look, if there's anyone that needs to be bricked up later, it's Boy Green right after the Jet game, before his post-game show, 2 hours after every Jet game. Those who know what we're talking about, all right?
Oh, Boy Green.
Let's go.
This, make it come to life. You control that. You love this game, demonstrate that shit by how hard you strain. And the passion you play with, guys, when you make a play or your teammate makes a play, celebrate that shit today. Celebrate it. Mind, execute. Don't make shit up. Guys, trust your training. Trust your training. and then fist. In the fourth quarter, these flinch and they tap on us. Remember this, guys. A teammate, I'll die for. My brother, I'll kill for. Let's kill for today. Let's break this down. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Kill on 3. 1, 2, 3. Kill.
Let's go, Coach Brick. Let's go.
My friend.
All right, here we go. You need one of these on a game day, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Hi, Jeff. How you doing, my pal? Hi, Jake. How you doing?
Bobby.
My brother, to both of you. He loves you.
My friend.
And I wonder if Neil said Neil is still in the house. He never has come to my show. So, Neil, go blow it out your butt, okay? That's what I say to you. You know, don't come on my show. Come on everybody else's shows at mine. What? I asked him so many times to come on my show. He never shows up. So the Jets, you're going to get your how much points you need? You got to probably get 30 tonight from Breesville.
Look, if he gets 30, Bobby, the Jets are winning this game by multiple scores.
Oh, I know, by 3. They're going to score. They're going to win 31-10 tonight.
Bobby going for the jugular here. I like it.
I'll take that.
They're going to sack Allen about 7 times tonight.
7. Okay.
Yeah. The Giants looked like crap yesterday. Except the defense was pretty good.
Wasn't it? Giants
And then the poor guy in Detroit Lions, I cried my eyes out for him. Hutchinson, that was
You cried for Aiden Hutchinson?
Yes, he's a great player. You don't care about him getting hurt. He's one of the
I didn't say I don't care. I wouldn't cry over it.
Well, I cry. I'm an emotional person, Jake. I get emotional. Okay?
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
I know. I was crying. I really did. I can't wait till Wednesday. You're on 2 on Wednesday night. We get you twice in 1 week. We get you twice in a week. Wow. What time? 4 o'clock? Is that your number?
Yeah, 4 o'clock Eastern. Yep.
All right. I'll be here just for you. And Jake.
We only move times for playoff baseball games and
flights
to London.
Our both teams are in the playoffs. The Mets and the too bad the Mets lost last night, but the Yankees
they're going to be okay, Bobby. They're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Bounce back this afternoon.
I think the guy pitching for the Mets are going to win. Yeah. And then you believe Allen went to a great game yesterday. The Lions kicked the Dallas Cowgirls' ass yesterday. I was happy about that. But I think the Browns should have went for 4th down. They punted away, and then they let dumbass move down the field, so they won. So I was so pissed. I said, you should have went down for the 4th down when you idiots, and you didn't, you scuzzy people. Wonder why they stink like the Giants do. They smell. But the Jets going to win tonight, 31-10, like I said. 31-10. How's that,
Jeff?
Jeff?
Bobby?
I am bricked up. And, Jeff, you have a great day. And, Jake, nice to talk to you guys. I love you guys both.
We love you, Bobby.
Great, Jeff. As always, Bobby.
Let's get bricked up.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, I got one more for you. I don't know if you've ever taken a call from this guy, but he's going to steal our jobs in a couple of years. So maybe if we bring him on, he'll take it easy on us. You ready?
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Connor Long is next, our favorite 13-year-old Jet fan. Hello, Connor.
Jeff, Jake, how you guys doing?
Good, Connor.
Great to hear, Jeff. Hopefully, like you said, our Mets could bounce back this afternoon. I have no doubt they'll win the series, but just not a great start. I mean, you can't expect Senga to go out and throw in. He didn't even get through 3 innings, which was not pretty. But besides the point, huge game tonight, playing for the division. I think one of the biggest keys to success for the Jets is the rushing attack. Struggled significantly the first 5 games of the season. Bills, they're without Ed Oliver. Even with Oliver, Milano, all these guys, they still present one of the weakest rushing defenses in the league. How do you expect the Jets' rushing attack to do tonight?
First off, Jake, if I knew Connor was coming on, I would have actually gotten the real background in here to make me even look more professional. Connor obviously is absolutely getting all of our jobs.
I appreciate that.
That's why I'm nice to him now. I hope he remembers me one day.
Look, we appreciate you, Connor, for sure.
Thank you.
But I'll say this. More so than anything, we talked about this earlier in the show. Keith Carter's done such a dreadful job with this offensive line. They can't run block. And look, and this is actually for both of you. How healthy, if Moses is able to actually suit up tonight, how healthy do we think he is? Because that's kind of been when the thing fell apart. And it's not like I don't think Olu played poorly. I just think the other side of the line just got eviscerated with Moses out so badly. Look, you're right, Connor. Jake said it earlier. Others have said it earlier. This is a game where if the Jets can't run for about 125, 150 yards, then there are even more questions to go into about this offensive line, even about the running backs, which kind of sucks because we know both of those guys can really play. I think this is the night Breece Hall breaks out. And also, too, like Aaron Rodgers did not play well last week. And part of the reason he didn't play well last week, and Jake, you know this with watching Rodgers all those years in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers was at his best when the play action pass was able to be used and it just softens up the defense. You got to be able to run the football tonight. You get over 125 yards, you're going to win because also Rodgers is going to have a big game because the play action is going to be available the whole way through.
Also, Jeff, Allen Lazard, catch the damn football.
Yep.
When it hits you in the hands. This is the play right before the pick six. It never happens if he catches a layup of a throw.
Yeah, that was bad.
These are all the drops, man. This almost should have been another turnover with the ball getting deflected. And the Jets settled for a field goal on this drive instead of a touchdown here. You can't throw a better ball. That's what it comes down to, man. Rodgers obviously needs to play better. I expect him to. But can we catch the football when it hits you in the hands, Lazard? Good Lord.
It's the same thing Lazard as last year, man. Same thing. Even though he's been much better.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You mentioned the Moses injury. That's such an interesting one because I was not expecting. Obviously, he's coming back after only 2 weeks, and then the last quarter of the Patriots game. When I saw him go down, I thought it was either going to be season ending or something like 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. He would go on injured reserve immediately. That didn't happen. You look last week. Rodgers been getting killed. He's already dealing with these minor injury problems. We've seen him on the injury report now 2 weeks in a row. It's just it's not sustainable. He threw the ball 54 times last week. You can't expect a 40-year-old who's already been banged up to throw the ball 54 times week in and week out. And Jake, like you said, right to those clips, when he's throwing the ball, you need to expect his receivers to make the catch. He has, one of the highest, I think he's, getting annihilated from, these statistics just because of these crazy drops. He has some crazy bad throw rate, but you look at, a lot of the clips from that bad throw rate and they're all, Lazard drops, a miscommunication between him and Mike Williams. So I think that's just little things you need to clean up. I do think the Jets go out, get a win. Jeff Olbrich, I think there is a culture change tonight. Jets win. I'll go Jets 28, Bills 24. Have a good rest of the show, guys. Appreciate it.
Let's go, Connor.
Let's get
Rick up.
What a show it's been, Jeff. I love the game day vibe, baby.
This has been incredible. I mean, we got everybody today. I also love that Allen is back too. Even though I will say, for the fact that Iowa put 40 on a Belichick, I didn't even put that 2 and 2 together. That has to be a pretty sweet moment for our guy Allen. I will give him that.
I still can't stand him, but I am glad that he is picking the Jets to win tonight.
That might be the most shocking thing in the whole thing. And look, Jake, I'll just say this. Every year with this team, we correctly identified last year, the Vegas game was the game that the Jets had to have, and they didn't have it. And the season fell apart after that.
Yeah, we know that game well.
Yeah, we all do. Freaking Raider fans are so stupid. That's a different conversation for a different time. You gotta find a way to win this game tonight. You find a way to win this game tonight with all the BS that has gone on through 6 weeks. You'll be sitting in first place with Buffalo on a 3-game losing streak, with Miami not knowing when Tua Tagovailoa is going to be able to come back, and the Patriots looking like straight booty so far this year.
1-5.
Yeah, look, Drake May looked better than I thought last year, but that team's got a boatload of problems.
Real quick on Drake May, he now has more 3-touchdown games than Zach Wilson has ever had. Just throwing that out there.
Zach Wilson's still catching strays. Which, by the way, actually, the only guy who is worse than Zach Wilson at this point is Deshaun Watson, which is pretty hilarious in all honesty. But I like the Jets tonight. I do. I think like I said, you get the 24, you win the game. and the Jets win the game tonight 24-16 and get this thing done and get the 3-3 and get the first place in the division, and we get bricked up all weekend again for a trip to Pittsburgh, where, of course, obviously, can't wait for that if the Jets win tonight.
Jeff, good luck to your Mets. Good luck to our Jets. Let's go, man. Hopefully Wednesday is a much happier show than some of the shows we've had to already do this season. I hope
so too. And Jake, I think this is a New York sweep tonight across the board. I think this is a New York sweep.
What's
tonight.
that parlay, Mr. Vegas?
Oh boy, hold on a second. If you give me 3 seconds, I will put it in to my app and give you the exact odds real quick. Isn't this great radio here, everyone? Looking at my phone, going through the best odds I can get here in town. The Yankees -160, the Mets +128, and the New York Jets at down to even money. Right now, that parlay pays +640 right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Screw it. I'm in. I'm putting down 100.
He's in. $100. Let's go.
Let's go. Jeff, you're the man, my friend. I will talk to you on Wednesday. JETS, Jets. Let's get bricked up.
Bricked up, my friend. Talk to you Wednesday.
Let's get bricked up.
Yeah, baby. Hey, if you're trying to score a last-second ticket to the Jet game later or to the Yankee game tonight or maybe tomorrow, I'll be at game 2 tomorrow night. SeatGeek, promo code Jake Asman. Quick word from SeatGeek, and then I'll get to some of your calls before we wrap up our show of all shows with Jeff Parles. Today's Jake Asman Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. It is the best time of year to be a sports fan. And if you're a Jet fan, first place is on the line Monday night. That's right. You can get your tickets to the Jets and the Bills, the debut of Coach Jeff Ulbrich as the head coach of the NYJ by downloading the SeatGeek app today, and you will see all the different options you have for tickets to this game. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek, and that includes every single Jet game. And SeatGeek is great because they put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure that you're getting the best deal. Each ticket is rated on a 1 to 10 scale. So you're just looking for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad, and you can get yourself the best deal on Jets tickets for Monday night against the Bills. And you guys know, when I talk about SeatGeek, I come through with a promo code to get you a discount. Use promo code Jake Asman if you are a new customer, and you'll save $20 on your tickets. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. Simple. Jake Asman at checkout. Get yourself $20 off any tickets to Yankees, Jets tonight, Mets, starting Thursday at Citi Field. Actually, Wednesday at Citi Field, game 3. So there you go. All right, let's rapid fire through some calls here. I'm doing a TV hit on VSiN at 12:30, so I don't got a ton of time, but I have time for more calls. John says 27-23 Jets win. I'm ready to get hurt again, bricked up. Look, there's new hope with this season. There is. And we could say, we're doing it to ourselves again. But you know what? I'm going down with the ship. I still believe in this talent. I still believe in this quarterback. And I think at the end of the day, you're playing a team that you match up well against. So until I have reason to think that it's not going to work out, why not, man? Go down swinging. Mike D's Nuts in the house. Jake, thanks again for the help. Bricked up. Mike D's Nuts, one of the greats. We love you, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to more of your calls. Let's say hello right now to the Hamburger. What's up, Hamburger?
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Oh, living the dream. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, man. This is the day, man. This is the day we go when we get back first place, man. We take first place today. I'm all bricked up, man. I'm on my way to the stadium now.
Where are you driving from?
Yo, Bayside, Queens, bro. I'm first in line, man. I get in there when those gates open. I got my lunch prepared now. I don't mess around. I don't mess around. I get anxiety if I got to sit and wait in lines.
So you're gonna be first on the line. Yeah. You got the lunch ready. You have a TV to watch the Met game?
I have my phone. I got my phone. I got all my speakers. I got my grill. Got all my food. Ready to go, man.
Let's go, Hamburger. Stop by L5 later for the Jersey burn. They need you there.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, it was funny this morning. My pops called me for my birthday. Senior Hamburger.
Happy birthday, Hamburger.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bobby Midnight, call back in. You got to sing to the hamburger. It's a tradition on the show. Continue.
Oh, yeah? So I had my father called me this morning, and he's like, oh, he's talking about me about the Mets, and he's talking to me about the Jets. He goes, Bobby, I don't know if you understand. He goes, it's been a long time for me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm 48, and I've been watching this team since I was 6. Of course, at least he watched them win something. Me, I haven't watched the Jets win anything. So, I don't know, man. I'm all bricked up tonight. I hope we get the run game going. If we don't get the run game going tonight, we're not going to be able to throw the ball downfield. We got to stuff Josh Allen right in the face. I want to see him on the turf all night long. I want to bring the pain tonight. I want to be first place tonight. I want the Mets to get a win. I want the Yankees to get a win. My Rangers to get a win. We're all good, man. And the Islanders. Let's get it all New York week.
By the way, if you add the Rangers and Islanders who play tonight, I don't know if the Devils play. What would the all New York / Jersey sports parlay pay out? I don't know, but I'll tell you what. Tonight's the night, Hamburger. You're going to be in the building. It's your birthday. The last time a huge Jet fan like yourself celebrated the birthday on a Jet game day was Fireman Ed against the Patriots, so the vibes are high. My birthday was the day before that one, so I'm manifesting a Jet win for you tonight.
I'm hoping so. Let's get it going, baby. Ready?
Oh,
J-E-T-S. Jets. Let's go.
Let's go. Now, Hamburger, you stay right there because, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now to sing happy birthday is...
Well, I need to walk more to survive unless Jake is going live. Gotta elevate my leg on Bobby. Hey, Hamburger, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Bobby?
You're from Bayside, you said?
Oh, God.
Yes, sir. Bayside, Queens.
What high school did you go to?
I moved to the city about 14 years ago. I'm originally from Putnam County, upstate, Westchester, right on the border.
I know where Putnam County is.
Sing, Bobby, sing.
All right.
Sing me my song.
Give me full screen, okay? I just asked one question. Pipe down.
I got things to do today, Bobby. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Play me a little fiddle. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Hamburger. Happy birthday to you. And I hope the Jets will win today for you. How's that?
Beautiful, Bobby. Thank you so much, man.
I always say I didn't get to say to somebody that I wanted to say because he wouldn't have me on. Fireman Ed.
Bobby, the day that Robert Saleh got fired, we couldn't have you singing birthdays. We had to do a serious show that day.
Oh, okay.
We had very important
a show because Jackass got fired. Fireman Ed is not important to sing happy birthday to. Robert Saleh is more important.
Fireman Ed didn't join us on his actual birthday.
Oh, well, I could see him later birthday.
No. It already passed.
All right. Well, with Hamburger, I'm happy I got to sing you happy birthday song.
Thank you, Bobby. Listen, my grandmother used to call me every birthday morning and sing it to me. She's no longer here, so I could appreciate the happy birthday. Bring back good memories.
Your real name is Bobby?
No, his real name is Hamburger.
My real name is Robert.
Oh, mine too, Robert, but I like to be
called
Look
Bobby. At that.
Yeah, okay. Jake is impatient. We doesn't let him go before he's Well, I have my own YouTube show. If I'm awake, I'm going live. Unless Jake has a show, I'm Bobby.
Find me the show that's going to give you that. I'm just saying. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video. Let's go. I just got an email from someone, a listener named Alex. Hey, Jake. Love the show. Wondering when the next gathering at T-Squared Social is happening. I will say it again and again. We got watch parties the next 2 games for the Jets after tonight. Next Sunday night, Jets Steelers. The following Sunday, the 27th in the afternoon, Jets Patriots. So let's go. RSVP to the Steeler party with the link in the description. Let's make that very clear. Also, join the Patreon if you haven't already. I'm going to post bonus content there. We're giving you 3 shows alone this week that were not on YouTube. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. You get access to the Discord, discounts on all items in the merch store. It's less than a cup of coffee a month. And it is a great way to support me. It goes a long way. I appreciate everyone who's part of our Patreon community. All right. I don't have time for everyone on hold, I don't think, unless we rapid fire. So please succinct points. I got a radio hit in 27 minutes. JJ's next. Hello, JJ. Nice name.
Hey, how you doing? Real quick, I'm super excited for this game. I'm containing it, but I want to do something special, Jake. So help me out with this. I want to give somebody a ticket to the game tonight. Come sit with me and my guys. So help me out with that. Anybody interested in coming to the game? Let's give away a ticket.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
JJ.
I'm bricked up. I'm a little under the weather. That's why I sound like not the best play. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So how many people are do you sit with? You have one ticket?
Well, I only have one ticket left, but it's like 5 of us, but I only have one ticket left. So I'll give away one. If anybody, wants to go to the game, doesn't have a ticket, come sit with me, have a great time. I would offer it to you, but I know that me and you have beef now because I keep shitting on your employer. I used to love ESPN radio when it was on 98.7 FM and I can actually hear it and it wasn't like shh, but that's besides the point.
Download the app. I'm not dealing with you right now. Stop it. Let's see if we can get someone to go to the game with you, even though I think you're probably the worst person to watch a game with, but it is a free ticket, so that's got to matter.
I'm the best person to watch the game with. Me, we have a great time. So come sit in a great section and have some fun. Let me know how to send it to you so you can send it to whoever wants to come.
Well, let me see. We got Daniel Bloom who says, I'll take. I'm just reading the chat right now. We're doing this live in real time. We have Mr. K who says, I'll go. I'll tell you what, either Mr. K or Mr. K says, I'll bring food. That's convincing. Mr. K, can you call in right now and let's have you make your pitch to JJ, and maybe he'll pick you. We'll see if you're normal. Well, you're a Jeff fan. You're not normal, but you know what I mean. Let me see. So Daniel, you call in too. We'll do this on air right now. All right, screw it. We'll have JJ pick. It's like a dating show for jet tickets.
I mean, it doesn't have to just be them two. I thought you were gonna pick. I thought you were gonna come up with. Are you doing a show at 4 today or no?
I might not. I gotta see. I got some things to do.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we got to get this done now then.
Thomas Doyle, I'll go. Mr. K says I'm calling right now. Zach Johnson, you guys call in right now, and we'll have JJ kind of vet you in real time. We'll see if we can make this happen. All right. Also, the irony of you making fun of bad audio when your calls are the worst, typically. Just saying. Good point by Tom Ace as usual. Let's see. Wait, J Quest wants to go. Hold on. That's a game changer. J Quest is pretty good. Call in right now for a chance at the ticket. No one's called in yet. Bobblenik says, need one for tonight. Haven't went to a game this season. Bobblenik, call in. You got a chance. Daniel Bloom says, let Mr. K go. I got to go to the London. Spread the love. All right, let's see. First person to call. I'm going to post the link again. I guess maybe it's not pinned. I don't know. Call in. We're going to get this done on the air right now. DSYL Studio. Call in. Let's go.
I think they're shy. They don't want to see they don't want their face to be seen by how many people are watching right
now? We have 900 people watching live.
Honestly, I was hoping Dre was watching. I would love for it to be Dre, but I guess he still hasn't called in since Salah got fired, so that's disappointing.
Link is pinned up top. I posted it again. Dre did call him, but his internet stunk, kind of like your calls. But hold on. Let me see if we can get this.
I've been insulted by you about 5 times today. I don't know how much more I can take of this.
Wait a second. Hold on. This might be a twist. I see Rob, the Jet fan, waving his arms. Rob, you want to go to the game with JJ?
Possibly. What do you think? What do you think, JJ?
Yeah, come on. Let's go. Let's do it.
Where's your seats, buddy?
Well, I'm in 220.
I mean, if I could,
I was hesitant to say it out loud because I don't want anybody coming to bother me and ask me. A lot of times when I meet people who recognize me from the show, the first question is, "Are you even a Jets fan?" And I'm like, "Leave me alone." It's so annoying. It's the most annoyingest thing ever. So I didn't really want to say where I say because I know some of you crazy people are gonna come and ask me that. But yeah, come on, let's go, Rob.
Hold on one second before you commit to Rob. Mr. K says he can't call, and I took the authentication off briefly, so you don't have to use Facebook or YouTube to sign in and call in. I'm posting the link again. I just want to be fair here. Rob, you're in the running, no doubt. Let's see. But I want to give because he seems like a good dude. Mr. K, he goes, it won't let me call in. He was the first to respond immediately. So I want to give him a fair shake here. I put the link in again. Let's see if we can get him up here. But I do think Rob is right now. He's the only one that's called in, interested. He's got a brick. He's ready. I mean, this could be the start of a real friendship between you two if the Jets win tonight.
We already have a friendship.
JJ, I don't want to knock myself out by accident here.
Me and Rob already have a good friendship. Ever since I saw that he was 6'11", 300 pounds, solid muscle. I said from that day I have no beef with him.
I'm a teddy bear.
All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, the first person who said they would want to go to the game with JJ tonight is called in. Zach Johnson is on the line. Hello, Zach.
Yo, what's up, Jake?
What's up?
Yo, I really want to go to the game because I'm a broke college student and I can't afford tickets.
It's a pretty good answer.
Yeah,
pretty good answer.
Yeah, but this isn't Mr. K.
No, it's not Mr. K, but Zach Johnson was one of the first to respond as well. Now, let me ask you this, Zach. What college do you go to? How long have you been a Jet fan? Let's find out what type of passion we're talking about.
So I go to Montclair. I got Montclair State University. I'm a junior. I've been a Jets fan since I was a kid. I was at the Steelers' first Jets championship game back in 2012, I believe that was the year. 2011.
Yeah, 2011. January 2011. Yep.
I was born into the sorrow, but I'd love to go see Rodgers play. I bought tickets last year when we signed when we traded for him, and I ended up going when it was Zach Wilson. But I've never been able to see Rodgers play. I'd love to see him play.
Hold on. Mr. K says, sorry, man, can't call him for some reason. Thanks for the offer. All right, here's what we're going to do, JJ. I want to be fair here. Should I run a poll and have the people watching live vote if Rob or Zach should be who you take to the game tonight?
I think you should. I'm leaning towards Rob because he called in before Zach. No offense, Zach. You got
to be fair, some context. Rob was already on hold, and then he started waving like he would go with you. So I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, which means he called in. Zach, why don't you call in?
I was trying to sign into the StreamYard app on my phone. It wasn't letting me.
To be fair, the StreamYard app is very kind. Give Zach. I'm giving Zach a break.
You're giving Zach the same amount of excuses you were giving Robert Solid. All I'm saying is, if you ain't first, you're last. But run a poll. Hey, Rob, you have my vote, but it's up to Jake.
No, it's up to you, JJ. They're your tickets. But I will run a poll just to gauge the audience, and you can have the final decision. Hold on. Here we go. Question: who should JJ take to the game tonight? Rob from Glenhead or listener Zach Johnson?
Let's go.
Zach Johnson, a PGA golfer, by the way. Here we go. Start the poll. The poll is now live.
Let's go, chat.
Let's see. We'll vote on the poll. Let's do the poll for 3 minutes. All right, 3 full minutes. It's a random number I made up. Here we go. I started the clock. Let's go. Let's see. Ron's got a brick too. That's gonna be tough.
Let's go, chat.
Zach, you're gonna have to sell yourself.
Rob didn't even get to give a pitch.
Yeah, well, I would think we know Rob's pitch. He's Rob.
Okay. Well.
Jake, I think Jake and JJ know my story about the Jets. I'm a longtime Jet fan, the days of Parcell. But, whatever the poll says, I'll abide by it.
Alan wrote in, Rob needs to suffer from home, so you don't have Alan's vote, Rob. Also,
whatever the hell that means.
All right, early. Wow, this is close, man. Holy crap. 53% Zach, 47% Rob. Now, Zach, correct me if I'm wrong. Unmute your mic when I ask you this question here. You haven't been to any Jets games this season, correct?
No, I was supposed to go to the Patriots game. My brother's Jaden. Do you remember Jaden?
No. I do remember Jaden, I think.
Yeah, Jaden's he went to your radio show at the Brew House.
Yeah, the podcast they did with Joe Beningo. Yep, I remember him.
But yeah, we were supposed to go to that game. We couldn't. So no, I haven't. I have never seen Rodgers play. I've only seen him at training camps.
All right. Well, that's. Rob, you've been to how many games? You were at the opener against the Patriots. I saw you at L5.
Yes, I went to that.
All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to lay out all the facts.
I'm ready to rock this baby. Let's go.
Oh, okay. He's got the G5 jersey, JJ. That means he's a real fan. That's a new jersey.
Baby.
Hey, listen.
I get the black Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
Ooh. This is tough.
We got a minute left in the poll here. 52%. 52% say Zach Johnson. If you're watching live, make sure you vote in the poll here. 52% Zach Johnson versus 48% Rob from Glenhead. It's Zach versus Rob. Two real Jet fans. Chris
Zach,
says,
let me ask you, what's your beer of choice?
My beer of choice is I like Modelo or Any IPAs.
Wait, are you 21? Because I know you said you're in college. Are you 21?
I'm 22.
All right.
It's either Modelo or like any IPAs that are available. I like a good IPA.
Oh my God,
All
it's
right.
50-50. It's 50-50 with 30 seconds left.
I think he just lost me again with the IPAs, but I'm
I'm fun though. I know how to have fun though.
Hey, if you sit with me, you're gonna have a good time no matter what.
JJ Corona Premier.
There you go.
Wow.
See?
15 seconds. It's 50-50 right now. This is insane.
Come on, chat.
Come on.
Let's go.
There's
Cut the
800
ticket in half.
watching. There's only 178 votes. There's more votes out there. Someone's
We'll
going to
cut the
decide
ticket
this.
in half.
Oh my God. 51-49, Zach, and stop. Oh my God, it stopped at 50-50. I swear to God. I swear to God. It stopped at 50-50 when I ended the poll. I'm going to go another minute again right now, starting right now. Here we go. Poll's still up. 1 minute. I'm going to hit end poll right at 4 minute here. All right. We're at, and then whatever it is, that's it. It was legit 50-50 when I stopped it though. So we're going to go here. We got 45 seconds.
All right. Hold up, Jake. Jake, everyone who doesn't vote for me, I'm looking for you with this brick. I'm going to smash it over your heads.
Oh
Other
my
than
God.
that,
Listen.
I love everyone.
Zach, you remind me of a guy that I went to college with, who's now a professional wrestler. Give me your favorite professional wrestler?
I like the oldies. I'm a big Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. I also like CM Punk.
10 seconds.
And Randy.
Give us your best Hulk Hogan impression. Go. Hurry up. This can win it for you.
What you gonna do, brother, when the Asmaniacs run wild on you?
Hey, poll's closed. Stop. I hit end poll. End poll. With 52% of the vote versus 48%, Zach Johnson has won the Asmaniac poll.
Let's go, baby.
Rob, I was rooting for you, Rob. I was.
It's okay. It's okay. Enjoy, Zach. It's okay. I've been
Thank
the
you,
games.
brother.
I've been the games. So have a
Let's
great time, buddy.
go.
Wow, what a
Hey,
moment.
Zach, make sure this guy's not negative. Let me know.
Nah,
You
I know
gotta,
how to have fun, bro.
you got to report in to me.
I will.
He's gonna get to report in after the show and tell you guys.
Good, JJ.
Love it. Good job by Rob there, handling it with class. All right, JJ, here's what I need from you. In the private chat, send me an email, and Zach Johnson, do you same thing, and I'll connect you guys so you guys can get in touch and handle all of the logistics or for everything you need for the game.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this now. I'll put it in now.
Put your email in the private chat here, and we'll make sure we make that connection.
How do I do that? Where's the private?
You'll see on the side, there's a button that says private chat. Here, I'll write it right now. Private chat here. Send me both your emails. We'll make the connection right after the show. We'll make this happen.
Sounds good.
All right, I have Zach's email. JJ, I need your email, and we'll be
Let's
good to go.
go. Thanks, JJ. I appreciate it, brother. I'll see you tonight.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you, Jake.
I'm guessing you mean .com, JJ, not .com-f. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. All right, I got the connections. I will put you two in an email chain right after the show. Zach, congratulations. JJ, actually a good guy, taking you to your first Jets game tonight. Love it.
Let's go.
Actually,
Thanks,
a good guy is crazy. You guys knew I was a good guy from the start. Hey, Robert's gone, so now let's get bricked up, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, JJ. What a moment
Let's
for
go.
JJ. Let's go. He's bricked up. He's going to the game with
Let's
Zach
get
Johnson.
bricked up.
Incredible. A show for the ages, man. A show for the ages. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done. Great job by JJ. Great job by Rob. Zach Johnson coming through. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. Reminder, this show's available in podcast form. So if you want to listen to the show on either Apple Podcast or Spotify, make sure you search Jake Asman Show wherever you get your podcast. It will be uploaded after each YouTube show is done going live. Post-game show tonight. Remember that, Jet fans? We're live after every Jet game. And since I'm watching the Yankees and the Jets at the same time tonight, post-game show will actually start pretty close to when the Jet game goes final. So be locked in, ready to roll. It is going to be a wild one, especially if the Jets win. Good God. First place is on the line, baby. They can't lose with JJ and Zach Johnson in the building. Let's go. JETS, Jets. I'm bricked up. I might do a show in the later afternoon. Stay tuned for that. Get on the Patreon. Check the Discord for updates there. Last chance to get tickets. Promo code Jake Asman with SeatGeek. Thanks to SeatGeek for coming through this week and sponsoring a couple of these shows. I will talk to you guys soon. JETS, 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 Jets. Let's get bricked up, baby. Oh, yeah.
Let's get bricked up.